Run. I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it, yeah.
Hey y'all, it's me Cherry and I'm back with another video. I'm speaking a little low tonight because I'm recording this video pretty late and I don't want to wake anybody up. So, yeah, I'm recording this really late, so I'm gonna be speaking a little low. But today's video is gonna be kind of more on a more serious note versus like little funny story times and stuff, because I'm going to be speaking about something that I feel like is very, I would say it's not as overlooked now in the Black community because it seems like the conversation is being had a little more. People are speaking about it more often, or Black women are speaking about it more often, and I'm glad the conversation is coming up more. But I still feel like it just needs a little something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody needs to speak up from the perspective of a lighter skinned female. I'm not calling myself light skinned. I do not consider myself light skinned. I am lighter skinned, but I don't consider myself light skinned. But I feel like somebody needs to speak up from that perspective because the conversation is being had, but it seems like the conversation is mostly being had by those that are affected or heavily affected by the issue. And because of that, which would be dark skinned Black women, everybody is quick to jump on them and say, oh, they're bitter, or oh, they're making it up, or they don't really experience that. Like, they're just basically just saying, oh, well, it's their fault for feeling that way. And I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like it's fair that we are trying to negate the fact that Black women, dark skinned Black women, go through a different type of struggle, and that struggle is colorism. So today I'm going to be talking about colorism. I'm going to try and make this video only semi-long, but it's probably going to be kind of long because I have a lot of points that I want to hit. To me, that's a topic that interests me a lot because, again, as a female that is of a lighter skin tone, I just feel like so many light-skinned females fail to ignore it. And it's like this blatant, just like lack of concern for the issue because it does not affect them, because we don't feel the we don't get the we don't feel the negative effects of it as often. And I can say that myself because I am somebody too who benefits from quote unquote light skin privilege. So, but I just feel like as somebody who benefits from it, I acknowledge it. Like, and I feel like so many other girls out here benefit from it, but they don't acknowledge it. It's like, it's just like white people that are like, oh, what is white privilege? We don't have that. And it's like, no, you do. Like, the same way that Black people are so quick to hop on white people when white people are like racism doesn't exist, I don't understand why Black people don't do that same thing when people are like, oh, colorism doesn't exist, that's not a thing. Like, why do we ignore that, but we won't ignore racism, but we'll ignore the fuck out of colorism? And I'm just like, how are we ignoring this? Like, why is this something that we're ignoring? So I wanted to speak up from the perspective of a female that sees what is happening, and I want to speak out on it again because I just feel like so many other lighter skinned females do not speak up on it because it's like out of sight, out of mind. Well, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me, so cool. Don't have anything to say about it. We'll go toe to toe with you about why it's not a thing, but won't acknowledge that it's a thing. So that's what this video is going to be about. So before I even get into this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if this is something that you're interested, just keep watching. First, on this topic, and I am not, because I know I don't understand why people are so quick to anybody who says anything about this topic is bitter. Oh, you're just jealous. Oh, you're this, you're that. Like I said, I understand that I benefit from it. So because I benefit from it, I can't be jealous of what's going on because I literally am one of the females that kind of gets light skin privilege. I'm in the middle, honestly. I'm in the middle because I'm light enough to pass for, in men's eyes apparently, as light skin, but I'm also brown enough to where if you were to see me on camera and stuff, like I feel like I look lighter than I am. If you were to see me in person, I am lighter, but I'm not light skinned. Like I'm light brown. So I feel like I just get to see both sides because I'm part of the brown skin community. Not that we're our own community, we're all fucking black, but I just kind of see both sides just because I kind of am just sitting there in the middle. Those of y'all who are watching this video probably already know what colorism is. Basically, colorism is discriminating against a group of people because of the color of their skin. And so it's very prevalent in a lot of communities. It's not just the black community, because the European standard of beauty has messed up so many different cultures of people. Literally, it's messed up every fucking body. Everybody feels like basically white is right. It's like, where do I even want to start? So I guess the first thing I'll start with is black men praising light-skinned, foreign, and mixed women. So light-skinned black women, foreign, quote-unquote foreign, and mixed, racially ambiguous women. We're gonna start there, which this is gonna probably piss a lot of people off, but fuck it, I'm gonna say that shit because I see it's going on and I ain't finna hold my tongue. Like, what's up? In the whole like realm of black men trying to kind of defend this idea that, oh well, if it's not foreign, what is it, if it's not foreign, it's boring, like stuff like that. Or trying to be like, oh well, I just have a preference. Like, I feel like the whole preference shit is bullshit. Like, honestly, I feel like people's hair is a preference. I feel like people's nails being long or short is a preference. I don't feel like people's skin tone is a preference. Like, I don't. So I just feel like the whole preference thing is a little sketch and overused. Because back to the foreign thing, why is it that when we speak of foreign women, we don't include African women as foreign? We don't include any type of, basically anybody whose phenotype is black is not considered like the foreign. Like, the only women that black men seem to consider foreign are lighter skin, racially ambiguous women. That is foreign to them. But it's like, if you really want to go into the whole foreign thing, then foreign would be African women. It would be women from Jamaica, women from Barbados, dark-skinned women from Jamaica and Barbados, not just the light-skinned ones like, you know, Keisha Kaur or stuff like that. It would be the whole. If you're talking about foreign, then you would be into all of that. So you're not really into foreign women. That's not, it's what you're saying, it's what's coming out of your mouth, but it's not what you're portraying. Like, you're not really into foreign women if all you like is light-skinned and racially ambiguous women. That's not liking foreign women. And I've noticed that anytime that men kind of do, or anytime that black men are attracted to a darker skinned female, it's always like, and then I've heard this word featureism kind of being tossed around, and I definitely feel like that's a thing, because anytime I do see men that are like praising dark-skinned women, it's dark-skinned women that you can tell aren't black, basically, is kind of what they go for. It's like dark-skinned women who don't have features that are more wide nose or big lips, or, well, they'll keep the big lips, but more narrow nose, very narrow, like bone structure. Like, their features aren't black. Or it'll be stuff like, okay, so for example, I remember one time I was at the pool, and we were at the pool with these group of guys, and they were from New York. And the guy was telling us that basically he was like, well, dark-skinned girls aren't in unless they a coolie. If they a coolie, then, you know, it's whatever. And us not being from New York, we said, okay, so what's a coolie? He was like, a coolie is a girl who you can basically tell is, what did he say? He said a coolie is a girl who's dark-skinned, but you can tell she's not black. So say like she's like Afro-Latino, Afro-Latina. And you can tell, like, for example, Bernice Burgos, you can tell that she, from her features and just like kind of her features, even down to kind of like her accent, just a little bit, you can tell that she isn't of African American descent. And so basically that's what he was saying. Like, a coolie is somebody who you can tell isn't black. They're dark skinned, but they're not black. And it's just stuff like that that makes me go, that makes me as a lighter skinned female go, damn, like, why y'all always trying to come for the dark skinned girls like that? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's don't, me personally, I can't be attracted to men that think like that, because I have dark skinned friends. I have dark skinned relatives. I don't understand how so many light skinned women can have dark skinned friends and be cool with or date niggas that say shit like that about dark skinned women. I just don't understand. It blows my mind. And it also blows my mind how, dark skinned women can befriend these light skinned women who completely ignore and don't acknowledge their struggle, and then in turn will defend them. And I'm just like, no, like, your friend is ignorant. But so that just, it blows my mind that people try to ignore that that's going on, or the fact that I saw on Twitter that people were like, what was it? A girl had tweeted and she was like, you realize that at casting calls, they would literally have casting calls that say they want a attractive, light-skinned, racially ambiguous woman, and they want a less attractive, dark-skinned girl to play the friend to that woman. And it's like, it's like y'all don't realize what the media is doing to make y'all feel this way. Music videos, the lead for music videos to this day, it's 2018, and the lead for music videos is still almost always a light-skinned, racially ambiguous female. Always. Or Hispanic, because Hispanic girls are in, that's the thing. And people trying, it's like black, I see, and I am not bashing black men in this video. I love black men. Anybody who know me know I will go toe-to-toe over y'all. So don't come for me. But I'm going to call y'all out too, because it's just, that's how I am. I'm going to keep it real. And so I feel like a lot of black men on social media, oh, I love black women are gods, praise black women, but you never date black women. You don't even look in a black woman's direction. You're always drooling over everything but black women. And I'm not saying, because I don't even like that whole thing where girls are like, oh, well, how can you stand up for the black community, or how could you have anything to say about what's going on in the black community and you're not dating somebody black? I feel like you can date whoever you want. That is not my concern personally. I know some people are like, oh my God, that's not my concern. Date whoever you want. I don't care if you date outside of your race. That's awesome. I date outside of my race. I date in and outside of my race with no issue. My thing is, though, I consciously filter out people who choose to ignore what it is to be black. If I'm going to date outside of my race, then I want to date somebody who acknowledges what goes on in the black community, is aware of what goes on in the black community, and, feels at least some type of way about it. I don't personally like to date people that don't feel no type of way about anything going on in the black community, because that means you really don't give a fuck. And how can you date me as a black female and you don't really give a fuck? So I personally don't go for that. I also feel like, how can you date me and not give a fuck? But also I steer clear of men outside of my race who would try and talk shit about black men. That does not fly with me. And I know that black females just want the same. Like, black men oftentimes do not defend black females the way that we defend them. How can you date a light-skinned woman or a woman outside of your race who doesn't give a fuck about colorism, who then in turn, how's she gonna raise your black kids? Because your kids, just because they're mixed, are not guaranteed to come out light-skinned. So how's she gonna raise your black kids and she don't give a fuck? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating outside of your race. Like I said, I date in and outside of my race. But how, if you're dating somebody who doesn't give a fuck, how does that work in turn for your children? Is how I think about it. And also, you can date outside of your race without degrading the women within your race. You can. I don't know why people act like that's so hard or like that's such an issue. You can date outside of your race without saying, oh, well, I only date Latin women or white women or Asian women because black women aren't shit. Black women aren't submissive enough. Black women don't do this or black women don't do that. I steer clear of men outside my race who would ever say something negative about black men because that's a turnoff for me. Women just want the same thing. Why is that not a turnoff for y'all? Why is it women, you'll let your women talk out the side of their motherfucking neck about black women and not defend them not one bit? You'll let them, you'll hype them, you'll make them feel like they have a point, like it's okay, and not say anything. I'm perplexed as to how that happens, how that is a functional relationship. But anyway, but I feel as though these men on social media are always like, oh, I love black women, but do not look in black women's direction. It's like, oh, I understand I make money off of black women and black women will support me if I say I love them, so boom, that's what I'm gonna do. But in real life, I'm gonna date this Hispanic girl, I'm gonna date this mixed girl, I'm gonna date anything that's not black. That's what I'm gonna date. That's what I'm using my music videos. That's what's gonna be my thing. And I just don't understand how it's 2018 and we're still doing that. Like, I don't understand how it's 2018 and we don't have a little bit of everything in the media when it comes to representation for beautiful dark-skinned women, beautiful brown skin, light skin, just beautiful black women in general. I don't understand why anytime it's a beautiful black woman in the media, it's a lighter skinned black woman, maybe brown skin at best. And for black men to say they love black women so much, I don't understand why so many choose to ignore this struggle or get so offended when darker skinned black women call this out or they have anything to say about it. It's like, oh, she's bitter, you're just jealous, you're this, you're that. And it's like, y'all attack and jump on and call out these same women who, anybody of another race who has anything to say about black men, these same women go toe to toe to defend y'all. And then y'all turn around and I don't like dark-skinned girls. You know, she's too dark. I don't date dark-skinned girls. Oh, she a darkie. Like, I just, why is that a thing? Like, I just don't understand why that's a thing. And I want to have this conversation because, again, I feel like so many lighter skinned females and light skinned people in general do not have this conversation. We all just, I'm excluding myself because anybody who follows me on Twitter knows that I call this out every chance I get. I'm very passionate about this because I just feel like it needs to be talked about and so many people don't. But I just feel like so many light-skinned people ignore the issue and try to treat dark-skinned women like they are crazy when they speak on the issue. Or they'll try and compare the dark-skinned women's struggle is not comparable to the dark-skinned man's struggle. It's not, there's no comparison. It's two different leagues of their own. Dark-skinned men are praised for being dark-skinned. It's seen as more masculine. I've heard so many females say, oh, I only date dark-skinned guys. I only like dark-skinned guys. Dark-skinned guys are like, oh, they're like seen as masculine. They're the protectors, the security is, oh, he's hard, this, that, and the third. Then you turn around and on the other end of the spectrum, you hear, I don't date dark-skinned girls. Oh, they're so aggressive, they're so loud, they're so this and that, and you know, it's the whole 9 yards. But then in the same instance, let a Hispanic girl be loud, ghetto, ratchet. It's, oh, she's spicy, she's fiery. Them Latinas they just so like, they so feisty, they so like, they full of attitude, and it's like their attitude is sexy. but let a dark-skinned female do it, and it's, oh my God, she's so hood. She's so, oh my God, like, she's so ratchet. She's so ghetto. I can't stand no ghetto bitch. Like, or even let a light-skinned black female be ratchet and ghetto and loud, and it's not an issue. It's not an issue. It's seen as cute. You have all these memes, all these little stuff going on Instagram or Twitter where people are like, oh, stuff that always says how light-skinned girls are mean, or light-skinned girls are the devil, or light-skinned girls are this or that, but it's not in a negative way. It's like, oh, but I'm trying to sell my soul type shit, or oh, like they mean as fuck, but I love that shit. But you never see no, oh, dark-skinned girls are, it's so different. Like, whenever it's a dark-skinned girl, it's so negative, and when it's anybody of a lighter complexion, it's not an issue. So we're just ignoring that, because I didn't get the memo. We're just ignoring that. Okay, I don't get it. And honestly, I feel like rap culture, and granted, I'm saying this as somebody who, I love rap. I'm not about to be one of those people that's about to be like, oh, I'm not listening to rap. Like, fuck, girl, bye. I love rap. I'm always going to listen to rap. But I do still understand that rap culture perpetuates this idea that light-skinned girls are beautiful. Light-skinned girls are so pretty. They're so desirable. Like, light-skinned girls are it's almost like black men see light-skinned girls as the symbol of success. It's like they come up and then they get a light-skinned female. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I noticed that. It's like these dudes that'll, these black men are making money off of us, y'all. These black men are making money off of us. They will fuck us, use us in their music videos. We can be twerking on the pole, all that stuff, twerking in the background of a video, but they won't date dark-skinned females. They'll use them to do all that, but they won't date them. Or black females that aren't, that can't pass as mixed. And even I get that. I acknowledge that a lot of men, when they first meet me, they always assume that I'm mixed. And it's crazy because it's like, oh, you're pretty, so you must be mixed. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm black as fuck. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just like this whole, like, oh, you're pretty, so you must be mixed. And that whole thing is just disgusting to me. The fact that it's like, literally, rap culture, black men in rap culture exploit the fuck out of black women. And none of these black women are getting rings on their fingers. They're not getting dated. These aren't the women that they're taking out to show off to the world. None of that. No. You can twerk in the back of his music video, but the light-skinned girl is going to be his main bitch in the video, and that's going to be the one that he tries to fuck with after the video, and so forth, so forth. It's not going to be you. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand why we're not calling that out more. And again, like I said, I guess I have mixed emotions, because it's like I understand this and I hate it, and I still love rap. But it's like I understand as well that rap culture has just boosted this idea that it needs to be light-skinned, foreign, or racial ambiguous. And not even just rap culture. When you think about it, when you see all these successful black men in the media, how many, off the top of your head in 10 seconds, how many of y'all can name 20 male celebrities in, maybe 10 seconds is enough. Okay. In 15 seconds, how many of y'all can name 20 black male celebrities that are dating? And when I say celebrity, I mean A-list rappers, athletes, actors. How many of them can y'all name in 15 seconds that date dark-skinned women, are married to a dark-skinned woman? If I flip the script and I ask y'all how many black male athletes, actors, and rappers y'all can name that date light-skinned or racially ambiguous women, y'all know, Girl, don't let that be a challenge, because I'll be a millionaire if you offer me $1 million to do that, because in 15 seconds, I could rattle them off so quick it wouldn't make no sense. Now, on the other aspect, if you were to ask me how many date or are married to or in a relationship with a dark-skinned woman, I would struggle. I really would. I would struggle. Because I can't say there's not a lot, because in the bigger picture, there probably is a lot, but what we're being shown in the media is not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Another thing is, Black women, we're given so much shit when it comes to hairstyles, nails, when it comes to body shape, features, all that stuff. We're given so much shit for all of that. As soon as a non-Black or light-skinned or racially ambiguous woman does the same things that we do, the cornrows, the long-ass nails, the hips, ass, and titties, and big lips, it's so desirable, it's so okay, it's so sexy. But when we do it, and mind you, it came from us, it's, your hair doesn't fit company culture. Your hair isn't quite the style that we normally wear here. You're probably gonna have to take your braids out. But when they do it, it's okay. Or nails. When we get the long nails, it's, oh my God, that's so ghetto. That's so ratchet. Ugh, them long ass nails. Let somebody else do it. Oh my God, their nails are so cute. Like, oh my God, they look so good. Or even just the fact that non-Black women, and not even just non-Black, because I'm specifically trying to stay on the topic of colorism, but it just goes so deep. But non-Black women, when I say they're praised for things that we get shit for, think about people like Bad Baby, or even Cardi B. I love Cardi B to death. I love her. I feel like she is very true to herself, and I love that she's still just a ratchet hood bitch. And I fuck with it heavy. Like, I fuck with the fact that she don't try to act all bougie and shit like a lot of other celebrities. But at the same time, I still acknowledge the fact that if Cardi would have been a dark-skinned female acting the same way that she acts, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. She would have been, ugh, that's so distasteful. She's ghetto, she loud, she ratchet. When you think about it like this. Tiffany Haddish acts a lot like Cardi B. They both act almost literally the same. Tiffany she's not dark skinned, she's brown skinned, but she's Black, and because she's Black, it's not okay. And you see how Cardi is praised for it. Everybody's like, oh my God, she's so real, she's so this, she's so that. And she is. That's awesome, that's cool. Why is Tiffany not the same thing? Why is it when it's Tiffany, she's so extra, she's so annoying, she do too much, oh my God, like, she gets so much hate. But if Tiffany was some white woman or she was mixed, it wouldn't be an issue. Bad Baby got all this fame, praise, money, everything for being a delinquent child. That's literally what she got famous for. Not for talent, not for any of that, for being a delinquent fucking child. You got Black girls doing that shit every day. Ain't none of them famous. None of them. It's been Black girls on Dr. Phil who was cutting up, I'm sure. I don't really watch it like that, but I'm sure it has been. And none of them got cut a check like that. No. So I just don't understand how, I just feel like it's so obvious and it's so blatant and it's so out there for everybody to see, and people just are like, well, dark-skinned women are tripping. I feel like they're lying. Maybe they gotta be lying. They don't really go for shit. They have the same opportunities we do. Like, it's okay. Like, they have the same opportunities we do. Like, it's just about, like, talent, and you gotta try. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? No, they don't. Baby, get it through your head. They're not making this up. Literally, I don't understand how people can, the same people that'll go toe to toe with a racist will then turn around to somebody in their own community and go, "You're making this up." Make it make sense. It don't make no sense. Make it make sense. Another thing I feel like light-skinned women love to ignore is the fact that, okay, so I'm gonna speak off my experience with this one, is the fact that I've had plenty of men feel like because I am lighter skinned, or I guess to them I am light skinned, so because they feel like I'm light skinned, they find themselves comfortable enough to fix their mouths to try and talk shit about dark skinned girls. And I know why they do it. I know why they do it. Because so many light skinned bitches won't say shit. So many light skinned bitches will not say shit. It does not concern them. It does not bother them. It does not affect them. So they will not say anything. And in turn, some of them even kind of chime into the conversation. So they don't feel like they have to monitor or censor themselves when they talk shit about dark-skinned girls around light-skinned females. Because a lot of light-skinned females won't say shit. I ain't that. This ain't that, baby. So I'm gonna call this shit out. I don't like that. I don't respect it. I don't tolerate it. I just am so surprised whenever they're so surprised that I would step in to defend the dark-skinned females they're talking shit about. It's like, what? First off, you shouldn't even be talking shit. But second of all, why does that surprise you? Why have we made it okay to the point where it surprises you when a lighter-skinned female defends dark-skinned females? Why have we allowed that to become acceptable to the point where it surprises people when it's not acceptable? What? Black people, come the fuck on. Like, or the fact that I feel like from what I've seen a lot of the time is whenever dark-skinned women speak of their struggles being a dark-skinned woman, lighter-skinned women are so quick to jump on them and start playing the victim. Oh, well, I got bullied too. I got this said to me. I got that said to me. And I'm not saying that light-skinned women don't go through their own sets of issues, because they do. I'm not saying they don't, because they do. But I'm also saying that being called a light bright is nowhere near as bad as being called a tar baby, or being told that if somebody turns the lights off, all they're going to see is your fucking teeth. I'll take being called a light bright over all that. So no, like, your struggle is not the same either. So it's like I get it. I understand that both sides have different issues. They have a different set of issues. But I also understand that on the lighter end, a lot of light-skinned females benefit from so many of the issues that dark-skinned females have, that you shouldn't fix your mouth to try and talk down on a dark-skinned woman who is telling you what her experience has been. You don't get to do that, because y'all benefit off of their oppression. Whether you like it or not, you do. They don't benefit off nobody coming for you. They don't benefit off anybody calling you a light bright. They don't benefit off of somebody saying that, oh, like, they just, none of the things that are said to light-skinned females, dark-skinned females don't benefit off none of that. But y'all benefit, even if you don't purposely do it, you benefit off of the struggles of dark-skinned women. Acknowledge it. You do. We do. Acknowledge it. You just have to acknowledge it. You have dark-skinned girls growing up being told that they're gorillas, they're burnt, they're a fucking black ass, you black as hell. I can't think of a lot of insults for light-skinned females. I can't. Sorry, I can't. And a lot of them are, I'm sorry to say, actually, no, I'm not sorry to say, you can suck it up. They're just not as hurtful as the things that are said to dark-skinned girls. I've seen the things that are said to dark-skinned girls growing up. Again, I have dark-skinned friends who I see the struggles they go through. So it's like, how can I call myself your friend and ignore the fact that if we go to a party and a guy starts talking shit about the fact that you're black as hell, how can I call myself your friend? I can't call myself your friend if I'm not going to call him out, if I'm not going to say anything, if I'm just going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm sorry he said that to you. That was awkward. No, I'm going to be like, you got the right one, because you're not about to talk shit about my friend. Like, and it even transfers into dating. And, well, of course it transfers into dating. I've said that several times in the video previously. But it transfers into the dating in the sense that other cultures of people are also scared to, not only are they scared to date black women, but they're scared to date dark-skinned black women because everything they see in the media, everything that's portrayed, everybody, all the hateful shit that black men have to say about dark-skinned black women. And so it translates into other cultures of people being hesitant or nervous to date or approach a dark-skinned woman in fear that she's going to be masculine, she's going to be loud, she's going to be aggressive or bitter, or she's going to be ratchet or ghetto. And it's just like, that's just, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to them that they don't get the same playing field that we get, and then we ignore the fact that we can come into a situation and automatically have the upper hand just because of the fact that, oh, well, we're seen as less aggressive because we're lighter. We're seen as, you know, or if we do get aggressive, it's seen as sexy, it's cute, it's, oh my God, like, she got an attitude, like, or then you have people out here who, when they do meet a darker skinned female who isn't like the stereotypical dark skinned female, you have people who say stuff like, oh, you're not like the others. What do you mean she's not like the others? You weren't expecting her to be smart and educated and soft spoken and what else? What were you expecting? You weren't expecting her to be all those things because she's dark skinned? She's not like the others. That's literally like the same as when white people are like, oh, like when white people expect you to be ratchet and loud and ghetto because you're black, and they go, oh, well, you're not like the others. Bitch, how would you know? You don't hang around no black people. You wouldn't know who I'm like and who I'm not like. And don't, wait, you're not like the, what does that even, what does that mean? What does that mean? You're not like the others. Like, and why do people let that slide? You're not like the others. The fuck, bye. My last point is just going to be the fact that, on top of the fact that I see everything that darker skinned black women go through, it's like they go through all this. Black men love to ignore it. The black community, anybody who's lighter in the black community loves to ignore it. They go through all this. Then if she turns around, she dates a white man, or she dates a Hispanic guy, or she dates anything outside of her race, it's, oh, fuck you, you don't love yourself, you, what are things I've seen? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I've seen the craziest things said to black women dating interracially, while black men are praised and openly are allowed to speak about the fact that they do not date black women, especially not dark-skinned black women, and that's okay. Everybody accepts it, everybody defends it. Is, oh, he's allowed to have a preference, he's allowed to have a preference. But then if a darker skinned black woman, or even black women in general, dates outside of her race, it's, oh, you're a fucking traitor, you don't love yourself, you're this, you're that, oh, you ugly bitch, this, that, and the third. Like, so much negativity is thrown her way for dating outside her race. But then inside her race, y'all don't fucking want her, but you don't want her to date anybody else. I'm like, I be speechless. I swear sometimes I just be speechless. Like, how? You don't want her. You talk about you don't like dark-skinned bitches. That's what y'all love to say. I don't like dark-skinned bitches. Let this dark-skinned bitch go date anybody who's not black and is, oh, she a fucking traitor. She don't like black men, blah, blah, blah. But for you, who talk down on her daily, it's okay when you have your little Hispanic girlfriend. And I ain't got nothing against Hispanic. I've dated everything under the sun in the Latin community. I have no preference. Colombian, Dominican, Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, the list goes on. I've dated them all. But I never would date them and then turn around and be like, oh, I don't like black guys. I don't date black guys. No. I did a little bit of everything. I've dated white guys. I've dated black guys. I've dated Latin men. I've dated mixed guys. Like, I don't discriminate. I don't believe in discriminating. But I just find it really funny that black men are allowed to date outside their race, but when black women do it, it's such an issue. It's such a big issue. But these be the same women that black men give so much shit. So all in all, I just don't understand the black community sometimes. I will say, I love the black community. I love being black. I love everything about being black. But I just don't understand how we pay so much attention to the issue as a whole. Racism is the issue as a whole. But then we ignore these big parts of the issue within our own community. There's racism within the black community. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk today, you guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this issue. I would love to hear it because I feel like I'm constantly trying to get the conversation started, and within my community or the people around me or people I know, there's just not a lot of people that are willing to have the conversation. So let me know your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.
I'm fine.